So we're welcoming already. Finneton, Brian, hello, nice one. Oh, blimey, we're right under the light here, aren't we? This is good. This is a good start. He hasn't got his cap on either. Oh dear. And Mav, hello. How are you both? I'm not sure there's anything I can do about that light there. But yes, obviously, as I say, a video earlier on, I was just like, not intending to do a stream tonight because I'm still a bit under the weather, which is very true. But people are like, oh, I see, I might be able to come tonight. Okay. So I thought, well, we can sit and we can talk trains. It is Christopher, yes. It is Christopher, yes. Hello, Mav, yes. Like I say, the shop that I traded in some locos to took a lot longer than I thought to process them. So, spending pennies I hoped to have last Saturday, I didn't. I've had them this week, and they haven't been burning a hole in my pocket, as it were. But it's been a subject of sort of the weeks gone on. You know, when you sort of laid up in bed going, I'm dying. This dreaded flu. I'm sure it's a flu. You know, I had my flu vaccination Thursday, and I'm sure it was that. But yes, I hope you're both well. I hope everyone watching as well. Thank you for the likes already. Blimey, this is unusual. Is the shaft of light irritating? Makes you sort of, yes. I've been a lot more restrained than I thought I would be with it. I will be honest. I think more restrained than I would have been had I had it last weekend. Panic Not, by the way, the music in the background is the ones I've used in streams in the past. It's all good, all kosher, all good. Yes, I think last week I might have spent it a bit more frivolously. Now, so far, you know, the guy could be busy. I've not had a response to my email asking for information about the shop in Hong Kong that can do Chinese steam engines for you. I traded in a Super D, DCC fitted weathered, a DCC fitted and weathered Jubilee, Falkland Islands, and the Class 37, which was analog still, which had appeared on one stream, and that's the last time it ran. That's the only time it's run. It's one of those that even on the way home I wondered why I brought it, which is a really good example of not leaving me no money. I got 218 for them, which I was alright with. I appreciate on eBay you can get better deals. It's the same. I'm very happy with the price I got for the British Own gauge. You can see it's all gone there behind me. I got $8.50 for that, but that money's spoken for already. It's already got a purpose in life. I'll say it's not modern railway, but it kind of is modern railway because it ultimately will help modern rail purchases. So yeah, we'll put that in. Yeah, so yeah, because I haven't had that email yet. Obviously, the guy could just be busy, what have you. It means I have started thinking about contingency plans there. Obviously, I picked a gauge. I'm going with 00. The O gauge pannier here, just to try and create something, give some trains for you folks to look at. I hope this isn't too dry. I mean, unlike my throat, which is getting very dry, it's. Do you know this has been really good? I've had 2 cups all week. They've been washed. This is new one, fresh one. Just for clarification. But actually, having something fizzy, really tickled the throat well, helped to clear out a bit better, which is, I don't know, that's a tip or something, but yeah, I mean, you can get fizzy water, I suppose. I grabbed what I had to hand. If I have to stop to blow my nose at some point, I do apologise. Please let me know if that gets too loud in the background. So yes, contingency plans I've been thinking about, and obviously I know I want to do something British in Double O. So where do I go with that one? And I thought, well, rather than trying to pin myself down too much to yes, I'm doing Great Western, I'm doing LNER, I'm doing this, and then looking for locos, let's look about. Want to buy one? Only joking. Yeah. I mean, they are pretty good. I was quite pleased actually. My O gauge one is 5700. You know, so like that's a pretty cool one to have, I think. Excuse me, I was grabbing a tissue. There you go. You don't get that on stream, do you usually? Excuse me. Oh, hang on. Yes, we're on time to down. Let's have a look, see what's around, and see what grabs me. You know, it might be something unusual. Actually, I started looking at diesels. Excuse me, but there's a very nice sound-fitted Falcon on Ennis Clark, which is 200 quid, and that's sound-fitted. That didn't seem too bad to me. Yeah, so some good ones. You had all my money spent for this month, Brian, and I got. Yeah. Oh yes, Finitum, your shop is very good. I pointed someone else in the direction of that one. He was after in City 125. And I said, well, if you're only running analog, not digital, especially, you know, go and have a look at this. Go and have a look at this shop. So hopefully you buy something from there. That'd be the ultimate completion there, wouldn't it? So yes, I was looking around to see what grabbed me, and but I mean that's all made things worse. I mean, I got going for A4s at one point. Then seeing that Hornby A4s were what 200 and something, or plus, I was just like, what? What? So, okay, maybe not. Let's have a look elsewhere a while. So I did think about doing Southern for a while. Someone did buy HSD. Oh, I wonder if that's there. Hopefully, that'd be cool. I'll have to ask them next week. Yeah, so, you know, it's like, yeah, what would I do with Southern? The trouble is I like the Bully Pacifics, but I'm not too keen on the Sunshine livery, and it suits them. The Malachite suits the Pacifics, I think, but other things not so much. I prefer the olive green, and it's okay. What can we do here? What can we do here? Then so I went from that. Whilst looking for a Bully Light Pacific in Southern livery, I came across the Rapido Metropolitan E-Class, and yes, a 9F. A 9F, yes. 92212 to be precise, and I was looking at that as well. So yes, you are quite right. 9Fs are always awesome. Hello, Jake. Hello, Hermitage Road as well. Hope you're both well. So yes, I sort of stood to see the 9Fs and I was, oh well, that would be good, I could do that. And then thinking, my NC Power Crab? No wonder it went up the Swanee. It's a crab. No, my NC Power Cab started acting up, of course, earlier in the year, so I sold the faceplate to Oak Hill. He needed one for one of his layouts, so I thought, well, that's, you know, the amount he paid me more than I was going to get for this now effectively in my mind a pile of junk. This still switches on, you can just about control it. So I noticed as well, wow, the one I was looking at was one of the Batman ones. I was trying to make mine between sound fitted and non, because I could have got a sound fitted one for not too bad a price. Oh, thank you for the subscription there, Mav. Um, the yeah, so the 9F I was looking at, there's I came across this Rapido Metropolitan number one. Now, of course, I knew it was out already, and there was a good price on the sound finished one or the analog one. Really, I thought. Because the trouble is, if I get a DCC sound like, I've also got my Acura Scale Manor, which is hidden under here. Well, a pair of them are, but only one of them's got a chip in it, a sound chip in it. Thank you very much, Matt. Thank you, Brian, as well, if it's for our recommendation. Yes, and so I thought, oh, so I started becoming fixated on this E-Class. And I thought, well, I'm not a big fan of London, I will admit. Not a big fan of London. And obviously that limits you a bit with an E-Class. So I was talking to a friend and I was saying about this, and the subject of Heritage Railway came up again. And I thought, yeah, I suppose I can use my industrials then, I can use an 9F, I can use panniers, I can use whatever. Okay, that works. That works. So that currently is the double O idea. No, I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, it's got easier. I think it's got easier for us since we started going to Warwick Parkway, then down to Marylebone. That run takes slightly longer, but Marylebone Station is 400 times Euston in being better. It's a nicer building for a start, which isn't difficult. The fact that we've never had to stand waiting to get the train back. There's no fuss when it gets to the barriers. You scan your ticket. It's like coming into New Street or wherever. You're straight out, and then you're off into London. There's no mucking about, no fighting through a crowd. I really don't like Euston Station. And so on the way back out of London, we've been able to sit down. There's plenty to eat and drink around, so you're like stock up on your snacks before you get on the train, etc. The conveniences are actually I think, quite well kept, considering that it's for a terminus station in London. And they let you on the train 20 minutes before you're due to depart anyway. So, yeah. So I really do rate it. So it's not got quite as bad. You're not because obviously now I know. I didn't at the time. I went through Euston. I didn't actually know, but now I know it's my anxiety that was kicking off. I'm not pre-anxious, just getting out of the sodding station, or actually making myself bad on the way down, thinking we're getting closer to Euston. It's a bit. I've enjoyed London a little bit more this year. And actually, for only £32 return that we've got recently, that's been really good. So it's my last stream for a while, as I'm at work till 10 after today. I'll go to the NCR. Sadly, what's the NCR? What's that one? Well, ultimately, Jake, now here's some positive for you, and I'd love to start it next week. It just depends how tired I am after the Telford show. We'll come on to that in a minute. Depends how tired I am after that. It could start next week. The streams will be going back to the NEC show. Yes, I won't be that. I'm in London that weekend. So starting to next week, the streams, hopefully next week, sorry, but this month the streams will be going to their old 3-hour format again. And I don't expect people to sit through the whole of that 3-hour period. If they don't want to, I don't expect anyone to turn up at all. To be honest, it's amazing when folks do. I'm really touched that there were 4 people waiting today. Yeah. So that's how I used to do things when I used to stream way back when, because we had a good time basically, and I'd like to get that going again. It gives people a chance to dip in and out. It catches folks that start late, maybe don't finish work like yourself till 10, that sort of thing. And, when the trains are running, we'll be able to see a variety of trains running. If we're doing something, let's just say, for sake of argument, we were to run some of these. Okay? So we got 2 tracks. The original streams only had a 1-track setup, or it was a fiddle yard, a shunting yard. We'll say we run some of these, you get 2 trains. I'm happy to change them on the hour. So we get an hour for that's 6 trains a stream. Thank you for the likes, everyone, by the way. I see the thumbs up there. So, we'll have a bit of a schedule or a theme. I might do the bonus one as the middle section is maybe the request one, so you get to request one of the collection as you get to know them. If this is obviously just on the basis of that, or whether it's these, or well, no, it won't be these, but so it's yeah, that would be the way that would work. So obviously for you folks in the UK, if it's say we're not running these, we're running those, they're going to be what come to mind more quickly, aren't they? You're going to be able to ask for the Duke Dog, or the Manor, or the Pannier, or I didn't purposely point at that and say Manor, then point away and say Pannier is just on the list of things. Or you want to see Hardwick, or the Coal Tank, so on and so forth. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I put a reply in your comment, dude. I put a reply in your comment. It's an item of rolling stock and it's you, so it's bound to be the Lancaster wagon. But yes. Anyway, I was thinking earlier, you don't get to play that game. You didn't guess anything. Didn't put a guess on what I'm getting. But yes, so basically that's where this all was going, wasn't it, originally? So I was looking at the E-Class, and then I was looking around, thinking, well, yeah, let's just make sure I've covered all bases and all shops that I go to look for things. And I popped onto Model Shop X, which we'll say for now. They'll be mentioned in the video when I actually look at all the bits. Favourite manor and why? Oh! I thought it'd be the Lancaster wagon. So favourite manor is 7808 Cookham Manor. And it all comes back to a joke. Now, interestingly, I can't remember which comedy duo did the joke on TV, but it's the, can you tell me the best way to cook a manor? Why, certainly, sir, in a frying pan over a candle. I was told that joke in front of the engine, and it's just sort of stuck always. I've enjoyed the name, and yeah. Never seen it steamed to my knowledge, though. Never seen it steamed to my knowledge. But yeah. How about yourself? Have you got a favourite one? I mean, Earlstock comes a pretty good second at the minute, because I'm seeing it nearly every time I go to the Seven Valley, whether it's in Steam or not. Absolutely. Judy Rise, always cool. It's good. It's nice to be amongst friends. But yes, I was persuaded, Anthony. I was persuaded. We'll see how long we get on before I have my coffee. Right on cue. Quick, the boss is here. I'm really badly coming now. Yeah, it's fine. They're off them, but Fox Coat is the best. That's the best bark I've fired and driven it. Oh, nice. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I don't get to see Fox Coat very often. Oh, where does she live? Is that's not Gloss Warwick that one lives at, is it? Is that the one that's black? Is that the one that's painted all black? Or was? Yeah. I can't remember. I'm trying to think where that one is now. I should know that one. I should know that. It used to be Llangollen. Oh, now it's by Somerset. Yes, slightly black. Yes, I don't understand this business of painting Great Western Engines black. poor 2807 that's currently in black. Oh, I hope that's for. I hope that's for a film. Oh yes, yes. Seven Valley One has a good. I hear tell that Bradley's not far off being done actually, which is rather good. But yes, I don't know there's any plans for the Cookham's return at any point in the future. It's interesting. As I first visited it as a young enthusiast, surprise trip actually. I wasn't told where I was going until we got there. Mum and Dad were good at doing that, but it was one of their nighttime, even running sessions they had there. I don't know if they still do those. Um, we went down and pretty much loads of stuff in Steam, and then ever since I've been there, ever since there's only been a couple of things in Steam at all, but yeah. Whereabouts am I? I am currently in a room in the house. No, I'm near Nuneaton, which in itself is near Coventry, one side, and Birmingham the other side. Where I am at the minute is sort of equidistant between Birmingham and Coventry. So Great Central, Summer Valley, about an hour away from me. Ah, so you're down by Llangollen then? Oh, Castle Donington, are you? Oh, right. Hey. Yes, yes. Like to go to East Midlands Aero Park up there? Yes, do you know what? The old Llangollen Railway, I do enjoy that. Not been there for years either. We've Wrexham, I see. Christopher is in. They haven't. They haven't fed yet. Strange English town. Yes. It's. Sorry. Yes, so we're talking about manners in Llangollen. Llangollen is a very nice railway, by the way. I was really concerned when they really got into issues, but I'm glad to hear things are picking up again, which is only good for everyone, really. Yes, I was checking around the various model shops I look at online, and several items suddenly caught my eye. And these are the ones that shall remain anonymous at the minute, that will be making an appearance first in a Melkor video, because I think it warrants it. And then on the stream next week, hopefully. Yes, Telford Show. Well, remembered to remind me, Brian. Thank you. So Telford Show. I wasn't there for the Model Railway Show. My show in Telford I like to go to is the International Plastic Model Society. I'm a member. I should know the name of this. But yes, the IPMS show. And it is one of the greatest model shows on the planet as far as I'm concerned. People from all around the world that come there. I have a patch here. Let me just grab this. I'll turn this down a little bit because it might be getting a little bit annoying. Oh, I'm going to put it back to where it was. Anyway, and this is the Hong Konger Modelling Club, and they were there. I actually brought some kits off them. So it's mostly plastic kits, obviously your Airfix, your Revels and Tamiya's, but they also do wargaming stuff. There's resin, it's not just plastic, it's all sorts. Super enjoy that one. That's where I'll be going next weekend, hopefully. I need to give the chap I go with, Nolsey, I need to give him a buzz and just make sure he's all good for it still. But yes, it's where I let myself indulge on some plastic crack, as we call it in the hobby. Quick story: was rusted on Foxy as a cleaner, just finished, and driver found the front bogie had a broken bolt. Leapt on oil stoke and started again. Oh. I just noticed we've got people unspanned here. Let's just change that. Let's do this, because I agree with Anthony. I like people to have spanners. She's done 2 photo charters and a service train the day before, and opened the smoke box door. The ash was up to the centre bar. The door bar passes onto. Only. Oh, well done, well done, well done for turning around that quickly. Flipping heck. Well done for turning it around that quick, blimey. There we go. So now you can post links and things. Yeah, I'm not precious about it now. Yeah, nowadays. Not been to plastic models. Oh, it is absolutely brilliant. And if you're only into model railways, there are so many tools and scenic items that could actually be pretty good on our layouts and may not cost the same price because it's not for the same thing. I've noticed this. There's things you can pick up. Electronics were one thing. I got my fine Trum Greg of Lancaster Silhouette fame. Now, he's into amateur radio, and he was commenting on how much cheaper, I put my right teeth here, how much cheaper certain electronic components were at the game show than if you went to one of the ham radio stores. So yeah, I always think it's good, because also when it comes to scenery, if you see a good diorama, you can talk to the guy that made it, the person that made it, and you can ask how they did that, and then you can apply it to your. I think there's so much crossover between our hobbies, it's untrue. The ash pan was filled to the brim, was it? Flipping heck. I mean, I used to volunteer over at the Battlefield line, and only ever cleaned out an industrial, a bit smaller than this one, old Sagoma. I was a couple of Gen 94s as well. Was having a cab ride on the Ginty. Everyone else sort of muscled me off the duties on that one. It's funny, when something special's there, you know, everyone suddenly wants to become part of the steam team, but then when it's just the normal same old, most of the people just disappeared. I remember I cleaned, oiled, prepared the fire in, you know, topped up the tanks, made sure the boiler water was all everything, an entire giant. Oh, I'll say giant 40, you know what I'm talking about. You know, on my own one day. That was fun. Is the game actually bigger than a Victory? Huh? The Victory was bigger. Well, there you are then. Yeah, so yeah, but I think there's so much crossover in our respective hobbies. That was part of the issue at Shaxton as well when I was there anyway, Brian. It really puts you off, doesn't it? Yeah. Inches bigger. I didn't think it was much in it, there was. But yeah, it's I think we can learn a lot, and it's one of the weather stuff. I mean, something I need to finish still. Oh, something I need to finish still is His Majesty's Landship Frey Bentos here, which, if I can stand in the way of that beam for a minute, obviously is a water carrier from Mesopotamia, otherwise known as a tank. And the bit I need to do really is do the front section here, weather that up, and then do something about these tracks. But this is the one. Whether it will do it is another matter for you. I'll get stuck on the Victory. There you go, it's the one that actually goes long. It's going to get stuck there. Yeah, I knew it's going to get stuck there. But yes, so you know, come to a train steam, see a tank move. Oh dear. You folks weren't hoping for anything more professional than that, were you? It doesn't upset me though. I broke them on a machine gun somehow. Bit annoying. But yes, so this is. So HMLS, or His Majesty's Landship, Fray Bentos, as these were under the Navy, remember. F-41, as number 2329, yeah, 2329. And Fray Bentos, if you don't know the story of Fray Bentos, it was knocked out in no man's land, but the crew was still very much alive, and they held out for was it over 9 hours or something like that. But basically, it's this tank that is the original Fury. This is the film Fury is based on this vehicle, on the real one. Not this. This is the model. It was having a busy weekend, Anthony. To be honest, I should have cleaned her out after the early morning photo shoot. I guess I didn't have time. Poor offering. Yeah, that is just son of it. Poor offering. Yeah. So yes, that's Fray Bentos' claim to fame. There is a book called The Iron Fortress, but I can't vouch for how good that is. You know, I know is the pie. Yes, well, that was because obviously Fray Bentos makes, I think, corned beef still. That was a rather dark joke behind the name, I gather, was if a shell hits that, they're all going to be a bit like corned beef inside. So, yeah, it was a bit of a dark joke. Good old Tommy Atkins humour, eh? But, yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I'll say, if I'm not too tired afterwards, I shouldn't be. Because, yeah, there's a lot of walking around, but it's no worse than any other show. I'm going to spend most of my time this year looking at ships, actually. Ships and boats. I know the guy I go with, he's very into that. We've spent so many years going where we've looked at aircraft. I've subconsciously looked at aircraft most of the time. We've not really looked at the ships, so I've sort of thought this year we need to make sure we look at those ships because it's something. Variety is the spice of life, isn't it, O Beans? You know. I did say ships, yes. Everything has to be totally ships, shape and Bristol fashion. It's a word I tripped up on there. It was the one, wasn't it? Yes. Water vessels, hey? Water vessels. Yes, I do have it in mind I'd like to build a warship, and that's actually something that ties back round to the modern railways. Really clever here. Totally intended. Is that I would like water features on my layouts of some sort, whether that's an inlet or what have you. Now, if I don't ever get the email from the chap about the Chinese stuff, I'm going to have to declare that whole thing a dead duck. The biggest reason for why is the models aren't made anymore. Well, fish and chips shows here, they're acoustically better than fish and chips go together acoustically better than fish and chips. Taste, chips are better. Yes, less crunchy. You want a little bit of crunch. You don't want any nasty soggy chips. You want yours crisp and light brown. We usually just say chish and fips here because we're silly. But yes. So yes, because they don't make these engines anymore. It makes them a little bit hard to get hold of. So, if I've got no point of contact over there, they do when inebriated. It does make that point of contact makes it a little bit harder to get hold of. It's not like when I was buying my Katos and everything, where I know the shops to go to, it's easy because they're still making them. Yeah, Batman don't make these engines anymore, and the Chinese companies who told me the Chinese companies that do such short runs that if you don't know about them, you don't stand a chance, basically. So yeah, so for that reason, I'd have to declare that one uh, dead in the water. But panic not, because um, I've thought of contingencies. I've Chinese steam is one of those things I'd written off a long time ago about never being able to do. So if I still can't do it, it's not like I've had an opportunity that's been taken away. It's just an opportunity never happened. The conversation didn't happen. Hopefully it all goes well. Oh, if all goes well, I should have some news from Hornby. Ooh, interesting, Brian. I hope all does go well. I'd be interested to hear what your news would be from Hornby. You've got to cancel DCC. I know it's your big book. The thing that people keep running about is the old DCC, isn't it? And I'm be looking at my options now. Obviously, the option is to do the Heritage Railway in here. Because I'm going to get this garage to us where the Chinese layout's going to go. That'll be converted up and everything. Now I could do a bigger layout now. I could make that Great Western. I could make that LNER. I could make it LMS, Southern, whatever. I could go mad and do American or something. Did I just? I was trying to be sympathetic to you there. I was trying to be sympathetic. Saying people pick on you about it, don't they? And so did you get Hornby to cancel it? They're not going to put DCC in anything else now moving forwards. But yeah, now at Gaydon, and Jake will attest to this as well, I was looking, because he caught me looking at it, the TT120. And eagle-eyed may notice a couple of things actually up here. One of which is the Pico box that's sort of sat there, which is one of the Peachy & Son TT120 wagons. I had to pick that up. I think Peachy is he's a top guy to talk to. Yeah, and what he does for his chosen scale is wonderful. Now, TT is no good for me, and Mav, I get the impression you'll sympathise with this, and Brian actually, I get the impression you'll both sympathise with this greatly. There's not enough of this. Specifically that. Yet, so, though I hear on the grapevine, there's something to look forward to in that. So, I shall refrain from using 3-letter names. Again. But yeah, so I did look at it and say maybe there is something coming in the future, maybe something to keep my eye on. I will be keeping an eye on it still, but we'll see. I don't like the couplings. I have to admit that I don't like the couplings. I did try those two wagons together because I've got a section of track here. I don't think the coupling is very conducive to ease of operation when it comes to shunting. You definitely want to swap them out for knuckles or something like that. They'd almost been better to go with the old TT, where it just used smaller versions of the tension locks, or go with engage couplings or something. But yeah, between coupling fantasy. Ah, yes, DIGI TAL. I'm not allowed to read that screen, honestly. Yes. You see, that's the trouble. Not the trouble. Obviously, I do need a new DIGITAL system because on my power cab failed, and I was actually looking at the Digitrax one. I like the interface more than the power cabs, I have to say. I always struggled to get to the higher functions, which is why I only ever blew the whistle and turned the sound on in that manner. And it was running on stream because it was such a pain in the backside. I didn't need to press this, or do I press that one? Do I do this? Or do... The Digitrax controller, I was looking at the Zephyr, is it the 52 model? You just press a button on the screen and it takes you through the different number steps to tell you what, so you go 0 to 10, 1 to, 11 to 29, to 19, and then, it works out. You can work it out yourself, that one, but basically, you got the, yeah, I like the look of that. It looks a bit easier, and I do want, very similar actually to Anthony, is I want all the sounds and lights and all the functions. I want a very immersive railway now when it comes to it. Any else about NCE system? Give me a chance to blow it up first. Everyone else I know has had a stellar time with it. I've had mine now since 2019, and it's taken this long. And I will admit, it's not always been stored away that carefully when not being used when I've changed projects and so on. Yeah. Do you know, I want to tell you folks what's coming. I really want to do. Let's have a quick guess. Let's have a quick chance. We're at the quarter to 22 mark. Have a guess. See if anyone can guess what it is I spent my money on. Project-wise, because you know that project is going to happen alongside something in 00. Because actually, this is a really good forum and a really good opportunity for me to ask what people's thoughts are on what to do next. Because I've got two options. Interested to hear what people's thoughts are on it, so I can go away and make a more informed decision afterwards. Of all of you, I think Anthony is the only one that had a clue early, actually, today. Anthony did get a clue unintentionally. An O gauge would be lovely. It's the £50 a wagon that puts me off, and the almost £1,000 in getting a kit loco up and running, providing I build the chassis right. That did come off. I will look at doing kits of this size though, because as some people know, I've got some LMWR locos. I'd like to expand that range just some more, including the one I was looking at no gauge, or the two I was looking at no gauge. So not that. I don't know how long to give you. How long do I give you? Do I give you to 1:45 to guess? Any other guesses? G scale would be, again, gorgeous. Yeah. It's nothing bigger than this. It's also not this, but it's nothing bigger than this. Now Finneton is skirting around that, because interesting, obviously I've sold my British Engage collection off. I know you could probably, the eagle-eyed will spot the Graham Farish and EFE rail box up here. Those are gifts from my good pal in the States. Well, one of my good pals in the States. The Highborn Hogger, Dale. The Class 24 he took a shine to, and he absolutely adores the Class 17. Not TT, not 009, no. Transjational, yes, they'd be gorgeous, but yeah, that'd be horrific. Oh my god, yes. I was looking at a Spur 1 loco. It had cylinder cocks, had stuff coming out. Not T-scale, not T-scale or Z. No, Brian, you're in the right ballpark with that, actually. I was used to play a huge scale out by Vicar. He wasn't sure of Bob 2. He thought nothing of buying 10 Class 66. Flipping heck, you know, scale. Blimey. Oh, wow. I mean, I did think for a shunting, I could get a shunting yard on here for this. That's the idea. Because obviously the other engine I've got 2 hoe gauge engines. Hello to King Fox Junction. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. How are you? I haven't said it to anyone. Yes, the bar's open if anyone wants to help themselves. Yes, so the other O-gauge loco I got, and this one was actually basically, well, it is new. But it said it was faulty. What was the problem? Motion noise. I mean, I said to the guy selling it to me, you know, motion noise. Have you heard the real one? The real ones have motion noise as well. I couldn't hear it, but yes. So the other loco, it does deserve to come out actually now because it can, because it's not going anywhere. I did consider selling this one, you see. The other one was Stepney here, which is not actually going to remain a Stepney. This is going to become Fenchurch, as that's my favourite terrier, is Fenchurch, and yeah, as lovely as Stepney is. I'll tell you what, we'll pop. Let's pop Stepney there. But yes, I say Stepney can actually come out now, because I can do the place to display both of these. I mean, they both work. They both work. Both of these work. But yeah. It is currently, Fenchurch is the same livery, yes. The only time I've seen Fenchurch in Steam, it was actually in Umber with the name on, which I didn't know at the time was incorrect. But I really took to it now to get livery. So it's either, I suppose, I keep Stepney in the system and try and track down a Fenchurch, which seems silly buying another O-gauge loco to not run. But the idea I'm thinking is if I ever did know anyone with an O-gauge layout, like I say, do you mind me bringing? I love the way you can take the cab off to get crew inside that. Do you mind me bringing these 2 along to play with? So, but yes, but I'd want the correct whistle sound. Oh wow! Enjoy your dinner, Anthony. Right. Well, it's 10 to now, so yes. Say, Brian, you were in the right ballpark, and with your guess, I've just realised I've taken that out. Stepney will have to disappear for actually no, tell you what, we'll replace the pannier with Stepney, and the pannier can disappear for a minute. I've got some posters sitting next to you, this is why we're so far along. This is why I'm sitting so far along today, because there's some posters flattening out next to you. And the terrier, an O-gauge terrier, is a good weight. So I have to be an O-gauge pannier now on top of this box just to carry on the job. And then we'll put the terrier where the pannier was. It's a good size, isn't it? There we are. Yes, take care, Anthony, take care. And enjoy your food. So, any more guesses before we lock it off? There's a weird gauge. Well, it is N-gauge. It is N-gauge. Specifically N-gauge, not N-scale. And basically, the bits I've brought, I went to Howes Models. There's no Steam there, Jake. No C11s there. Went to Howes Models to have a look, see what they had on their second-hand section. I got a very good price on a older Bachmann Great Western Mogul DCC fitted for 40 quid from there. So I like to keep an eye on it. And found there was a nice big collection of Japanese N-gauge. And I thought, well, if I can't do the Chinese, which is looking increasingly more likely, why not do Japan instead? So 3 locos have turned into quite a bit coming the other way. Off the top of my head, there are 4 or 5 locos, 2 units, and a wagon, a wagon double pack coming, container wagons. And obviously to add to the meagre collection here. Yes, so the question then becomes to me, to my mind, is do I do the double O in here, which obviously requires fiddle yard building. Both require main baseboard, but the double O will require a fiddle yard building. Or do I do the engage in here? Now, obviously, the Japanese one, not everyone knows about that, and I know not everyone's interested in seeing that. So I suppose this is kind of why, you know, this whole channel has been set up with me being quite selfish, just making the videos I want. They are for me. If people enjoy them, so much the better. You know, that's not so much better, but you know, that's fantastic. You're welcome for the ride, basically. You know, but the stream I think is a little bit different. A stream is a bit different to a video. So, as the six seven people watching. Well, that's what I always like to think they are for. Yes, Mav. I know some people I watch sometimes, and I think, are you doing this for yourself or are you doing this for YouTube? You know what you that's a hobby in general. Almost sometimes you sort of think you don't sound like you're having fun. Why are you doing? Why don't you stop for a minute? Or you know, is everything good? You know. But yes, when I started this, and I went down that rabbit hole, you start thinking, why did that video only get 3 likes and this one got 50 likes? And oh, what did I do wrong in this one and not that one? And the thing is, it's just better to make it for yourself. It's the only advice. There's a young lad I met at Severn Valley last year at the Steam Gala, and he really looked up to me because I'd got 300 subscribers or something like that. It's like, yeah, you do YouTube, yes, and how many subscribers? And I looked it up. And, oh, wow, I can't believe I talked to someone that many subscribers. You got any advice? Any tips? And I just said, make the videos you want to see. Make them for yourself. You know. And don't get hung up on. Don't get hung up on likes and things. It's only got to go. Oh, night, Brian. Take care. Thanks for coming along. This hobby, most people are spread so far apart we never get to see anyone off YouTube. Exactly. So, I'm happy, personally, this is my personal input in a minute, is I'm happy to do the Japanese in here. And that would mean continuous running trains throughout the stream. Well, obviously, always moving without me having to stop. Or would you folks be good with, which I suppose is part of the thing in my mind, is like, oh, that might be more interesting for them. Or would you folks be good with, it would have to be a terminus station, but the double O layout coming in and providing that service? I mean, the items I picked up, 2 of the locos are the same class, and it's a class I've wanted for ages. Absolutely ages. So it'd be no different to any of this. And I ask this because obviously, yes, initially you'd think the bigger size would be better in the bigger space. You get more room to spread it out. However, could you imagine, and this is something Anthony said to me in the past, sometimes he imagines his basement and the space he has in there, if he'd got an N scale with the German stuff, just the length of trains he could run, the actual run the train would have. So sometimes the smaller gauge in a bigger space can actually be more incredible than in the smaller space. So yeah, I suppose my question really is to you folks watching: are you good with the terminus layout on a stream? That's what it boils down to. And next stream we will be running the new items, and there's also still some items from the Engage show I didn't run, which includes this coach pack, brand new, Spent an obscene amount of money on that one actually for really what it was. If I'd known how much previous, I wasn't being so carried away, I would have saved myself in that one. Got it online, but hey ho, it's here, it's done. There's a C56 somewhere here that hasn't been run yet. Yeah, but which is a mogul. Okay, well, if you enjoy terminus layouts or a branch terminus layout, we'll have a variety of engines running everything from industrial through to the Great Western, through to British Trail. So you'll be able to see a 9F, you'll be able to see modern really on there as well. The only other thing there is I'm not sure. By the way, hi Kyle Stevens, how are you, my good sir? Hope you're well. The only thing I'd have to do is potentially then run into the streams to the PC at some point. It depends how fussed are you about actually seeing me on streams. Because if you're not fussed about seeing me, then because the camera is facing the board. If not, I do have some ideas how we can see the layout and me, but I'm trying to avoid having to run things through the computer as well, because I just, yeah. It's always worked out nicely. I've got a decent interconnection, more than capable computer. Yeah, whether I invest in some proper webcams, I suppose, that could be the option there, couldn't it? So you get a station view, you get a me view as well. Maybe that's the way to do things. Your personally, any biggest downside? Yes. That is something I will look into. And I'm actually thinking of KDs in a minute for stock. I know a lot of people don't like seeing KDs on UK rolling stock. They do cost a lot, so I'd have to just do a few things at a time, essentials basically. But I'm also into using a Rick's pick or something similar to uncouple those with, because I like the idea of actually having to go over to the engine and train and do it. Otherwise, I will possibly look at the under-track magnets. Say next stream we'll be running the roundy, just to, we'll run those new items in. Or not run them, but run them in. We'll run them. I'll have run them in already to make sure they're all happy. But yes. So you get to see that one in action anyway. And people understand. Go. I mean, there are some streams like that already. There are actually streams of both of these formats. I like KDs, but as I would actually change coupling on the other single roller. Fair play. That's fair play. I'm very fortunate in my Judy Bra collection is still of a sensible enough size to make it viable. It's still of a size to make it not sensible, but to make of a size to make it viable. My LNW definitely is, and the stuff I have is friendly to it, being an easy job to do. Yeah, I mean, at one point I'd have been quite afraid of people's reactions to Japanese trains. There's been some bad reactions in the past to this. But again, if you folks are just fine watching trains and we'll have a chat like this, so there'll be trains actually running, again, that makes that more and more a viable option. And then the double O can have an even bigger space to run in the garage. It's one of those. The garage conversion is a few years off, by the way. I mean, if it is double O down here, it's not all lost for the Engage in here for now. We could put one up there, but yeah. So yes, next week we will. Also, there will be a stream. Just how long will be defined by how tired I am. And we'll run those new things. We'll be running Japanese. You have a good chance to see it. Start at 9 o'clock again, and run through. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty stoked. It's been nice to buy some items I'm more familiar with sometimes than some of the British stuff. But yes, Right, how are we doing on time? Right, oh wow. Just got to the 60-minute mark on my phone here. So I will call it there. I've gone longer than I thought I would tonight. Yeah. Thank you for watching, everyone. It's been a incredibly fun stream here for me, actually, from my end. Glad I managed to wind myself up to it. And I will catch you all in another one. Thanks very much for that, Maz. That's appreciated. Yeah. So then I look forward to seeing you all again on the next one then, when we will be running some Japanese trains. And you know, I'll try if there's any questions or anything during that stream. I'll be trying best to answer them. I'm not a great knowledge on them, but I'll do what I can. So yes, 9 o'clock UK time next week. We'll be running some Japanese trains then. All right then. Take care, stay safe and be well. I'll see you in the next stream. Bye. And now you get the bit where I lean into the camera again.